225 pounds. This is the Wolfpack 24Pack14 Plus. That's the whole model number, that big mouthful, here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. What is this thing? Well, to really understand the Wolfpack, you have to know the family association through Forest River. So, Cherokee is the single best-selling travel trailer that Forest River makes. The Wolfpack is literally just a Cherokee toy hauler. It's a wide body, extra tall, ramp door Cherokee. So you're going to see like the same cabinets, the same appliances, generally speaking. There's a few things specifically, you know, this is a specific toy hauler. It is purpose built, you know, for that reason. But at its core, it's just a Cherokee toy hauler. Now, it does have everything that truly defines it as a toy hauler, like the Happy Jack Power sofa bed lifts. These things have rollover backs, if you're not aware. They can roll together. They kiss right in the middle. You can turn this into like a giant lower bunk. You still maintain the power upper bunk that you see up here, and I kind of wanted to demonstrate one in the living room position. I often demonstrate these in the open load position, but I don't know. I don't think I usually set them up as a living room like this, and I think maybe I was doing people a disservice. There are optional pieces of equipment present, such as the ramp patio system that we're looking at here, like I like to call it the patio party deck, because to me that's what it is. What's cool about this is like there's nothing stopping you from just setting a picnic table beside your campsite and hanging out there, but there's a neat, fun, very private, because it's off the back of the camper and folks can't really see you, there's an exclusivity here. The other thing is, if it's like rainy or muddy and it's wet out or something, or like right now snow, I can hang out up here and I don't have to go down and tromp through that crap. And to me, I like that. The ramp that I'm walking on right now, it's rated for 3,000 pounds loading, 1,500 pound in the deck position, so it's going to take some big folks to overload this. Now, part of the reason it's called the 14 Plus is you have up to 14 feet of load space. If you follow these recessed D-ring tie-downs, they go all the way up to that open cabinet right there, and that's a 14-foot measurement, give or take just a bit. I think it's slightly over. Well, I think it's, in technicality, 168 inches. Well, I mean, that's 14 feet, so maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, the kitchen area. Let's look over here. I do like how wide open this is. Now, something you're going to find is anywhere you can sit or sleep, you're going to find USB plugs. These USB plugs and household outlets are always going to be next to any sleeping area. So you have a set of USB plugs for the upper bed when these power jacks are in bed positions. You have a set for the lower, including power outlets. You have USB and household outlets on both sides of the camper. And again, that's a very Cherokee thing that they're doing. Now, being extra tall in comparison to a standard travel trailer, you're going to get huge cabinets. And it also allowed for a 33% larger refrigerator and freezer. This has an 8 cubic foot fridge freezer versus a 6. You know, basic, like I said, 33% more. Now, just like the rest of the Cherokee family, you have thermal foil countertops. That is a sealed resin membrane. It's a pressed edge so that you don't have seams. Now, this is a stainless farm sink, one big giant stainless sink right here, and you can see the thickness of that cover. It is pretty heavy duty. Good Lord, more USB plugs. Jeez, oh Pete's. Plywood box drawers and very residential styled shaker type cabinetry. And this is one of the toy hauler variances I was discussing. This is a convection microwave oven. If you've seen my videos, you know that I'm kind of partial to this. I think more travel trailers specifically should have an arrangement like this instead of a conventional oven. But you know what? Everyone's got an opinion, and there is no wrong one. You know, there's merit to what everybody says, but what I see is very few people ever actually use that oven. Now, there's different things you can do. We like to leave this area of the RV right here open. Sometimes you'll see you can option in a pair of like Euro recliner chairs, but then you have to wrestle with those every time you load something. And this can accept a side-by-side ATV, almost any of them, but with those chairs in the way, it gets to be kind of a pain. Now, a nice thing they've done on this campsite viewing window, if I get up close here, you can see that these are like wooden blinds. Now, they're very rugged, they look cool, and they're easy to clean. Wolfpacks don't generally, at least the way that we build them, we don't generally add a TV to them, by the way. Can we add one to it here at the dealership? Can we install one before you leave? Heck yes, I don't care. You bring us a TV, we'll go to Walmart and buy a TV. Whatever, I don't care. But what we found is we can get you a better quality TV for the same or less money at the big box store across the street. So we do try to be very smart with the options and upgrades that we have here. Now this is the new Armstrong linoleum here. Now in the past, RVs almost exclusively used Armstrong brand flooring. But the problem was they didn't make RV specific floor materials. They were just using household linoleum. And don't get me wrong, household linoleum's fine, but it's not made to get super cold like it is today. It would crack and it would peel. Well, so the RV business went to other things for a while. Well, Armstrong came out with a type of flooring made specifically for RVs. It's got a 3-year cold crack guarantee. The stuff is awesome. It matches the best warranties of anything else out there in terms of flooring. You may notice too, this is just a completely carpetless, easy cleaning model. And man, there are plenty of D-rings. Like if you got 2 bikes, you're not going to have to fight for D-rings, because man, that's annoying. An easy entry, split open door shower, and being a full toy hauler, super tall. Being a member of the Cherokee family, giant bathroom sink and vanity here. Now what I like about this is basically like it's pretty much the biggest a full true blood toy hauler can get while still maintaining a fair level of half-ton towability. Now, when I say that, understand that not every half-ton is created equally. So, you know, if you've got a 97 half-ton, it's not the same as a 2017 half-ton. And tow packages can be very different, and axle ratios can be different. So if you don't know what your vehicle can handle, then you give us a call, and, you know, we can make sure that this would be a safe pairing for you. Because we also handle trucks here at Haylett RV. We do package deals, hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, RV delivery, and everything in between. Now, this is generator ready, and this is where your little activation switch here would be. The bed is easy lift. There's storage below it. You can see USB and household outlets on both sides of the bed. So once again, you've got all of your electric needs handled on this thing. I think we're pretty good. You know what? Let's step outside. So there's a lot of little things out here that are easy to miss, and I want to zero in on a couple of those fine point details. A lot of RVs have some level of like real simple solar prep. So like the portable, I call them suitcase panels that we offer at our parts and service center. You know, they would just plug in here. If you're going to be off the grid, you want to keep your batteries topped off, that's what they're for. But something that's easy to miss is this front storage cavity, and they've done an excellent job here. It's like big wide 30-inch baggage doors, and they're extra tall, so you can actually get big stuff like big chairs and things in here, and it does curl around the bed a little bit, so you can get under there as well. Now right below us, right behind that front jack, you see that white paper tag hanging down. That is actually a propane quick connect, so if you do want to bring along a grill and do some outside grilling, this camper is going to be all set to handle that for you as well. The power awning, it does have LED lighting on it, so you can flip that on at night. We'll come back around and take a look at the steps and the table and whatnot. Like I said, on the inside there's some optional things on here. Now one thing I do want to point out, this is a full 102 wide body, not 100 inch but 102. So it's you know, max legal width basically before you need to have wide load signs. And that is super critical on a trailer floor plan like this that doesn't have its own separate private garage, because your kitchen and your loading space are kind of fighting one another. So the extra 2 inches in that 102 wide body might make or break the load that you're trying to put in here. If you're ever not sure, like, best thing I can recommend is call us, tell us what toy you have, what dimensions it has, and if you don't know that, we can always look them up and we can make sure it fits for you. Now up front here, this whole nose is actually a extra thick painted aluminum. So even though you only, and by the way, I can see that it's filthy, I'm aware of that. We don't do hidden fees at Haylett RV. Getting your trailer washed before you take home is just part of everyday business for every new RV that we sell here. You don't pay extra for shipping and prep and none of that garbage. We go through 3 layers of quality inspection before we release a trailer, you know. These are gen ready. If you choose to add a generator, you know, she's all set and ready to accept one. You can see the wiring and whatnot hanging down. And if nothing else, what's kind of cool is with this sealed aluminum cavity right here, it has to be sealed because otherwise you could have fumes escape up into the bedroom, which that'd be bad. First you'd feel like you're building model airplanes, then you go to sleep, then you wouldn't wake up, and that would be a problem. Neither of us want that. But my point is, it's a sealed cavity. It's very handy for maybe things like the totes that you would use to carry your sewer stuff, because obviously you don't want those odors penetrating the camper either. Little outside shower, quick connect, but notice the, although albeit dirty, separate cable and satellite hookup, so that you can actually have dual hookup if you're at a park. And that shower does connect hot water. It's not just a cold water sprayer port. Your wheels have little tire pressure indicators on them. These things right here, these are set to an 80 psi, because this is a toy hauler. You can have a big load. It's not like a 40-50 psi common trailer tire. It's a much heavy-dutier tire. And with that drops below 80 psi, that will flip from green to red, and you can look at this and be like, oh, I got to put some air in the tires. The outside, well, of course it would be outside, not inside, but the fuel station on a lot of brands is located right here. On a Wolfpack, it's on the opposite side, on the camp side. Some people like it on one side, some people like it on the other. I think it depends on where and how you camp, and there is like every siren in the world on the highway right next to us here. If you folks can hear that, man, I hope somebody's okay. Jeez, oh Pete's. So, the patio party deck, like I mentioned, this is an optional piece of equipment, and the camper that we have in stock might not have it, guys. This is how we prefer to build a Wolfpack, with this equipment, but understand that sometimes we run out. Sometimes we need to get things in as soon as we can, and sometimes what'll happen sometimes is like a dealer will order 3 or 4 of these, expecting to sell 1 or 2 and then replace 1 or 2 later on, and sometimes they don't sell the first 2. We don't usually have that problem here. So the Wolfpack people tend to call us and say, hey, the dealer backed up on one, it doesn't have the patio deck, would you take it anyway? We say, yeah, you know, sure. Now, told you about the load ring of that, blah, blah, blah. There's your fuel station right here with your little cutoff switch, so you know it can't go nuts and spray fuel all over the place. Now, this little table you can use inside between the benches. You can obviously use it out here. It stores very nicely, either under the power lift queen bed mattress is a great place to store that, or in that big front storage compartment under the bed. But just like your countertops inside, this is sealed edge, so you're not going to have to worry about water penetration on this. Like if it's drizzly overnight and you accidentally forget it, it's probably going to be just fine. Outside TV hookups, and if you throw a DVD inside, it will actually play out here as well. And I like these, the Moride Step Above system with its adjustable feet. This time of year with, you know, having snowpack here, there, and everywhere, sometimes, I mean, there's not really a level spot on our dealership except for within our service facility. So having those adjustable feet so that this thing always has good ground contact is just a blessing. And these things are so solid. You can literally jump up and down on them, and the trailer like doesn't budge even without utilizing the stabilizer jacks. I think I'm going to end by discussing the anti-slam entry door. That main entry door has an adjustable friction hinge. You can increase or decrease the friction as you see fit, so that it's not going to, you know, flap in the breeze, which is really nice because it's close to that awning arm, and you certainly don't want a door hitting an awning arm, because when the awning goes sideways and buckles, it's toast. They're not supposed to do that. So, there you have it. If you have additional questions, which you probably will, give us a call. We only do everything at Haylett RV, whether it's answering calls, hitching pieces parts, trade financing, truck and trailer package deals. I've mentioned all that previously. If you appreciate what we've done here, all I ask is the opportunity to earn your business. That's it. And I think that's fair. You know, it doesn't matter where you live. These things are on wheels, and we can make it happen. At least allow our guys to try to pencil something together for you. And if you don't purchase here, it's our fault, not yours, you know. But you never know if you're going to get the deal unless you give us a call and verify. If we can't beat it, you know you got a heck of a deal, guys. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.